right, good morning, everyone. Today, we're going to talk about basic long-term care principles. On behalf of WFG, World Financial Group, and WSB, World System Builder, I want to give you the warmest welcome to this workshop. So for today's agenda, we have the following points. First of all, I'm going to talk about concepts and scope of long-term care. Then I will talk about definitions. What is long-term care? What is the cost-benefit ratio? What are the common misconceptions that we have in the area? The next steps that you can take and in which we can help. We'll show you some basic products as an examples, and also we're going to go to a closing. So concept and scope. What is long-term care? LTC is just care of help with daily activities. Daily basic activities. If we need help doing this kind of things, we should need not only a caregiver, we not only help in the mobilizations and the normal living activities that we should do by ourselves, but also we have a disability. So that is costly, and we're gonna go there in a minute. So the basic activities that will determine if we need an LTC will be bathing, dressing, going to a restroom, mobility, and cognitive impairment, like things like chronic illnesses like dementia, Alzheimer's, etc. The big problem here is that we have a total lifetime cost of care for someone with dementia of about, over $300,000. So this is a lot of money. So you can imagine if you have, for retirement, you have some savings, let's say, of $500,000. You're going to spend more than half of the money taking care of yourself. And that's, we're going to be hurting our heritage and our legacy to our family very badly. This data is coming from Transamerica. You can see here the source and the date. You can see 2023. Now it's way more expensive. Benefits of long-term care. We are covered and we're getting paid while we are alive. That's a key point. It's very important to understand that. We can be paid if we get a critical or chronic illness, or if we get a terminal illness. So that will help us protecting our family and providing family stability, which is very, very important. It is something that we definitely want to achieve. Who needs it? Any human life, any human who is alive. It doesn't matter the age. It doesn't matter if you are healthy or not. Any of us can get a stroke. Any of us can get cancer. Any of us can get involved in an accident, and getting disability from that accident. Any of us can get a chronic or critical disease in general. And 70% of seniors are expected to need LTC in any moment in their life. And 48% of people between 18 years old and 65 years old are expected to have the need of LTC in the future. So we're talking about half the population. It doesn't matter which age you have. How old are you? Why is this important? We are working with the statistics. A major health event can create financial devastation. Definitely your family and all the effort in your life can disappear in minutes in the doctor's office if you get diagnosed with a critical or chronic illness. And all the fortune and all your savings can go away very easily. 70% of Americans will need LTC in general. 1 in 2 men and 1 in 3 women will get cancer. And a stroke happens every 40 seconds in America. So, it's a matter of planning. It's a matter of being realistic. It's not being negative. It's just taking care of ourselves and our family. Things that may happen, we need to be covered for things that may happen in our life. So being healthy today is not a warranty that will protect your money in the future. Definitely. Cost benefit ratio. LTC cost is very expensive, can be very expensive. So depending on the states and on the state you live on, home care aid could be above $50,000 per year. Assisted living could be about $60,000. Nursing home could be between 100 and 125,000. Medicare doesn't cover LTC. That's very important. No, I have Medicare or I will have Social Security. You are not covered for LTC. And Medicaid applies only for low income people. So basically, if you expect to have an improvement in your finance in the future, and you should take care of the possibilities and be sure that you are protected in the case that you need additional help. Don't trust only in the money you can save. Options. You can have combinations, different combinations of insurance that will cover you in these cases. Life insurance with living benefit or LTC. You can have also LTC standalone policies, and also you can have annuities with riders that include LTC. All these combinations, or each of these combinations, will apply for different people depending on your goals, depending on your life objectives and your current financial situation. And we can help you decide which way you need to take to make it affordable and flexible. Now, we have different common misconceptions. I'm healthy. I don't need that because I'm healthy. So if you are healthy now and you are young now, this is the moment to take it, because now you will qualify and you will get a better price. If you wait until you are old or you have a disease, you may get denied of coverage, or maybe you will have to pay a lot of money. Some people say also, I'll get it later. I mean, I will take care of that later. The problem is that later will be more expensive. Okay? More expensive, and then later, as I said before, you can get denied. And you don't want to take that risk. And again, it's too expensive. More expensive is the risk you are taking if you don't have a protection for the future. So those are the kind of considerations we need to think about. When to get coverage? As I said, when to buy? Buy it right now. The best prices that you can afford or you can get are between ages of 21 and 50 years old. But anyways, if you are outside that range, it doesn't matter. Buy it now, as soon as possible. Buy it while you are healthy. Because as I said before, you can get denied, or you can have problems later paying more money. And you don't need to do that. And at the end of the day, you will need it. In other words, buy it before challenges arise. You don't want to wait until you are in trouble to get the solution. Prevention and planning is very important in our lives. We need to remember that when we get this type of problems, this type of disease, we're going to be a burden for the family, a very heavy burden. I can talk about that because I have been a caregiver in the past, and I know what it means for the whole family. When somebody is sick with a critical or chronic illness, the whole family is sick. You will be affecting everybody. So basically, family members become caregivers, and that creates a very heavy emotional and financial stress in the family. So protection preserves independence. About 38 million people as of 2021, during the pandemic, now it's even higher because the problem continues growing. 38 million caregivers feel the essential role of caring for loved ones. So, it's a very heavy burden. 38 million people for America is more than 10% of the population taking care of others, because they don't. But if you have a good insurance, These people can be paid. You can make these caregivers work much easier, more pleasant, and more effective. What are the risks? The main risk is, what if you don't die? If you don't die, what if you survive or you stay more time sick? So the bigger risk is not dying. The bigger risk is outliving your money. The bigger risk is that to stay alive with this disease, with dementia, with cancer, with other diseases, and then spending all the money that you have. You won't have income because you won't be able to work. You may not have the best care that you deserve, and you will destroy your savings. Definitely, you will get out of savings or get rid of savings. Protection preserves financial and emotional stability. That's very important, because if you are sick, but still you know that your family is not in risk, in financial risk, and they can continue living their life, even if you pass away, you will be more secure, you will be more relaxed, and you will handle your disease much better. Not only you, the family also. Descriptions. So, who needs chronic illness coverage? In the moment they need it. Whoever faces the following facts during any illness like Alzheimer's, dementia, or any other degenerative diseases, like whoever will have no income, whoever will continue having the bills arriving to their house, to their mailbox, like everybody else, you will continue getting bills. You will have no income because all your income will go to taking care of your disease. And we need to remember that the treatment typically is very, very costly. So if you don't have an insurance, you will be in trouble. So chronic illness coverage supports financial base for you and your family. What is critical illness insurance? It's a lump sum. You will get a lump sum in cash benefit that will be paid for if you get cancer, if you get a heart attack, if you get a stroke, organ failure like kidney failure or liver failure. That insurance will pay your bills, will bring you back the income that you have lost, and also will pay for treatments or even trips that you need to take if you need to go to another place to be treated by a different doctor or get a specific treatment or evaluation that is not made typically in your state or your city. Everything will be paid by this insurance. Example, let's say a real life scenario. Somebody that is 55 years old and get a stroke for stress, because he get a stroke because he works in a very stressful environment. Without coverage, he will suffer income loss and drain savings. Without the coverage, he will have cash benefit, home care, savings, and his or her investments will be protected. So it's a huge difference that you will have just for having this insurance. 61% of family caregivers work either full or part-time, and these caregivers face financial risk, such as losing their incomes or reducing career opportunities and savings, because they're going to be busy in the family. So they cannot give 100% of their time to the work, or the time that should have given to the work, they will be affected. So this is a big issue for the caregivers. And we need to be responsible also and consider these loved ones that will take care of us, because not everybody is lucky enough to have somebody in your family that can take care of you if you get sick. Being a caregiver, also I was for 11 years, I was in contact with other people, other caregivers, other sick people, and I could see that sometimes even the family is not supportive enough because they have these kind of problems, not because they are bad people, because they need to take care of other things too. So you cannot rely on the family and the family money. You need to rely in a dedicated solution for this problem in the case it arises. And the other thing is that these insurances build cash value. So if you never get sick, you can rest secure that the money is safe and you can use the money later as a cash value. But that will be depending on the policy. But that we can help you finding the best policy that you can use for your purposes in life. How can I help you? I just say I can help you finding the best solution for you. We need to start with a financial checkup that will make a complementary need analysis, because it's not just going ahead. I cannot just go ahead and try to sell you something. I want to help you fixing the best plan for you for your future, depending on your goals, depending on your life objectives, and also depending on your reality, the current situation, financial situation, and family situation. So we need to sit down for a while, talk about it, and so I can recommend you the best solutions for you. Coverage review. We need to review what you need to be covered of. I mean, it's important that we evaluate the possibilities for you to get a specific disease or not, and when. So we cannot see the future, but we can evaluate different scenarios, and also evaluate LTC plans and critical illness plans that are. We have a huge variety of solutions that we can put together as a combination, as I said before, and get to an affordable strategy. From literacy to legacy, your path to financial freedom. The purpose is that you can have financial freedom. You can have a good financial support now and for the future for you and your family. Next steps. I invite you to call me. Let's take action. Let's schedule an appointment. Let's review protection gaps that you may have. And also, let's put a plan in place. You don't need to pay me. The insurance company will pay me because I take in clients for them. So you don't need to pay anything to me. We just need to go ahead, make a plan, get the best solution for you, and that's it. You will pay your insurance policy. That's it. Options: self-fundings, hybrid life insurance, traditional LTC insurance, together with government programs like Social Security, for example, or Medicare, LTC annuities, etc. We work with all the main, most important and stronger companies, insurance companies in the nation, and we can find the best option for you. These are some products, like, for example, from Nationwide, they have Care Matters for long-term care. Also, Care Matters Together, which is a good one for couples or brothers and sisters, or when you can put someone else in or include someone else in the policy, and you can share the benefits. And also, these are insurance models, so we can use an annuity. And also, we have, for example, this Transamerica. Let me show you this product here. Long-term care insurance from Transamerica. If you want this brochure, I can share it with you. Just contact me. I can send it to you by email. This is a PDF with all the descriptions here. And also, you can read it there. And also, I have another very good product from Nationwide, which is this, as I mentioned before, Nationwide Cares Matter Together, where you can have different scenarios with of coverage with your husband and wife, your brother, your father and son. I mean, there are different approaches we can follow. So for closing, consider this: clients' health determines how they live. So it's very important to be conscious that health is very important. Money is very important in our life, but health is even more important. Protection determines how they survive. So now money will support our health. And that way we can protect more families. We can protect our own family. And doing this work, we are trying to protect more families with this campaign. I want to thank you for your attention. And here you have my phone number and you have my email and also the link to my YouTube channel, which is Prospera Wealth Partners One. I will continue recording these kind of videos to share with you different products and different approaches, and especially the financial literacy campaign where we have different workshops helping people understand finances and how they can get the best from it in their own life. Thank you very much. Have a good day.